Do you have a challenge of answering or doing French reading IGCSE paper? Ne t'inquiète pas, mesdames et messieurs, c'est parti. Nous, Adamside, nous allons vous montrer comment on répondre correctement le papier de IGCSE. We, Adamside, we are the solution of you getting an A in French reading paper. Here you will get a full support one-on-one help of how to answer all questions of IGCSE. And in this video, I'm going to show you how do we answer correctly the French reading paper of IGCSE. C'est parti. Bonjour tout le monde, je m'appelle Joachim Filbert, prof de français. Je ne suis pas français, mais j'adore vraiment le français. Et aussi, je guide les étudiants comment on fait le papier de IGCSE en français. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to get an A in French reading paper. So, we are going to use May-June reading paper to see how do we do a French reading paper. It is very simple, mesdames et messieurs. Ne t'inquiète pas, suivez-moi, suivez les vidéos qu'on poste chaque jour pour bien apprendre. Je suis prof, je suis ton prof toujours de français. C'est parti, bienvenue, apprenez avec moi. So, this is, as you can see, this is our French reading paper. So, if you can see, this is a May-June 2025. The exam is being done for 1 hour. So, it is 1 hour and it has 45 marks. In this paper, you will get 6 questions. So, doing this paper, you have to follow the instructions. Okay? So, before we read the instructions that we have to follow here, make sure that you start with writing a candidate name. For instance, maybe Joachim Filbert. Maybe this is a candidate name. The next thing is the candidate number. Candidate number, maybe 0881. Maybe that is my candidate number. And the third thing is writing the center number. All these numbers, the center number, the candidate number, you will be given before you enter to before the exam. So you will be given at school always, or at the center that you will be registered to do the IGCSE French exam. So maybe my center number is maybe 05681. Maybe that is my candidate number. So after I fill this information, then we can see the paper that we are going to do is a reading. So what this means then, if the paper is a reading, it means that we expect you to read an information and answer the questions together. So they say you must answer on the question paper. So all answers will be written in the question paper. It means that in the question paper, we will have the gaps for writing the answers. No addition materials are needed. No addition materials are needed. This instruction is well cleared. So then let's read the instruction. This is the main thing, the very important thing when you are doing an Igcse French paper. The instruction is very important. But instructions. So what you have to consider much. I didn't mean that you should not consider all the instructions, no, but the instruction number 1, answer all questions. Answer all questions. So, as I said, this paper has 6 questions. 6 questions. So, you have to answer all them. You have to answer all questions. No option question in reading paper. You'll be given 6 questions and you have to answer them together, and you will write all answers in the space provided, and we will see. Okay, the second instruction is use a black or dark blue pen. This is well known. Write your name, center number, and candidate number in the boxes at the top of the page. I think this is, I have explained it well. Write your answer to each question in the space provided. I already said that. Do not use an eraser pen or correction fluid. Do not write on N bar codes. And because this is a language exam, dictionaries are not allowed in the examination room. So then we go to the information. As I said, that the total mark of this paper is 45. The number of question or the number of marks of each question or part question is shown in the bracket. Simply, I can say question number 1 has 5 marks. Number 2 has 5 marks. Remember that they are out of 45. Number 3 has 7 marks. Number 4 has 12 marks. Number 5 has 5 marks. Number 6 has 12 marks. So if we take this one, we will get 45 together. So I recommend that the question number 5 to be the last question when you are doing an exam. I will explain when I will get there. When I will get to that question, I will explain why it has to be a last question. It just needs much understanding. So you have to answer all these questions, but the question number 5, make sure it is a last question together. So let's go to see how do we answer then the question number 1. The first question is regardez les images. You have to see the image and you will have the vocabulary that you have to relate together. So let's see then. This is the image A, B, C, D, E, F. As I said that this question has 5 marks. Now, they say the question, pour chaque question, écrivez la bonne lettre A jusqu'à F dans la case appropriée. For each question, write the correct letter in the appropriate spaces. So let's see the question. The question is, j'adore les fruits. Je déteste les champignons. J'ai besoin d'acheter du pain. Je vais faire du poulet rôti Tu veux manger des fruits pour le dîner? So you have to let this question examine the vocabulary understanding, the French vocabularies. So in this question, you need to know the vocabularies. So make sure that you revise more about vocabularies. Together, then let's relate then with the question and its pictures. The question A, number 1A, is j'adore les fruits. I adore to all fruits. So the vocabulary here is fruits. So we have to let les fruits. Then what is the correct answer? Les fruits. So les fruits, if we see, is picture A? No. Is picture B? No. Picture C? No. Picture D? No. Picture F? No. Picture E? Yes. So if then, because A goes with E, A relates with E, so I just pick letter E and write it in the space provided here. So I will come here and write E. Then question B. Je déteste les champignons. Les champignons. I don't like or I hate. Champignon is mushrooms in English. So we see which picture stands for mushrooms is F. So B relates to F. So this B goes with the F. So I go and write F. Then C. J'ai besoin d'acheter du pain. I need to buy du pain. Du pain is a bread. Which picture stands for bread? For du pain. So if we get to our picture, is it picture D? No. Is it picture B? No. Is it picture C? No. What then? Is picture A. So C goes with A. So I go and write A. Je vais faire du poulet rôti. I'm going to to eat the roast chicken. I'm going to roast a chicken. So I roast a chicken. Which picture shows chicken is C. So then D goes with C. Tu veux manger des frites? Frites, this is the frites, chips in a normal way. So which picture stands for shows chips is picture B. So I go and write B. I write B. So if we see there, if we get back to our pictures, we see that D was intruders. So here you will be given 6 pictures, but you will 5 pictures are answers, but 1 picture is intruder. So here for us the intruder was D. Let's go to the question number 2. Then picture number 2 is also it is examining vocabulary understanding. So remember that question number 1 and number 2 examining vocabulary understanding. So even also question number 2, make sure you revise vocabulary. So here we are going in this question we have been given the vocabulary of towns. Envie, towns, vie is town. town, en ville. So in town, so the question states that regardez les panneaux. Les panneaux is the normal way you say labels. Labels. You find like, for instance, in the road, we put labels to show this is a corner, this is a slope, this is a cross, this is a roundabout. That's the labels. Also in a house, we put the labels to show this is a toilet, this is a dining, the salle à manger, this is a store, and so on. So these labels we put all everywhere. Like in a salon, we put those labels like closed, open. In a hospital, we put also there. In a school, we put this headmaster, staff room, like that. So this is what we call labels. So in question number 2, you will be given different labels, les panneaux différents. Alors, ce que tu dois faire, c'est montrer la relation des panneaux et des vocabulaires. Vous aurez des expressions françaises que tu dois faire la relation entre les deux. Ça va? You are going to show the relation. So you will be given a sentences. So you have to see which sentence goes with. It's like matching together. So we started. So before we go on to the question, we have to start translating. Fleurist, this flower, the one who is florist. If you see this one, florist, we mean that we deal with flowers. So this maybe this area is for flowers, fleurist. So there you can buy flower and so on. Garage, this is a garage. Post, this is a post where we send letters and so on. Commissaire, this is a head of policies. Together, so commissariat is about les soldats, les police, etc. So this is a profession in police, the police commissioner. C'est ça, le commissariat. If it's a feminist, commissariat. C'est ça. Charcuterie, this is where we do jumbo. Together. Pharmacy, this is a pharmacy. Bibliothèque, this is a library. Bijouterie, we say in English, jewel shops, where we can buy rings, we can buy watches, we can buy, yes, jewel shop. C'est ça, bijouterie. Bijou, because OU is O. Bijouterie. So let's do then, after we understand then this vocabulary, let's see how do we do the question. They say, pour chaque question, écrivez la bonne lettre à H dans la case appropriée. For each question, write the correct letter from A to H in the appropriate what? Spaces. Now, let's then see question A. Question A states that elle cherche des boucles oreilles au nord. He's looking for boucle oreille au nord. Or is gold. So, boucle oreille is those rings for wearing, pour les femmes. C'est rings. C'est ça, les boucles d'oreille. They just wear in the ear. Sometimes, for instance, j'ai vu les Tanzaniens aussi les mettre ici. They just also put it here. C'est ça, les boucles d'oreille. But les boucles d'oreille, c'est or. Or is a gold. So if we see then, picture A goes with what? Goes with ash. She is looking for ring. So the gold ring, where she should go, she has to go to the bijouterie, where there she can get different what? Jewels. Together? So la réponse là-bas, ça sera H. Voilà la question B. Il va acheter du jambon pour le déjeuner. He is going to buy jumbo for lunch. He's going to buy jumbo for lunch. I said that jumbo in what? Charcuterie. So, ça est. Question c'est j'ai mal à la tête. J'ai mal à la tête. I feel headache. J'ai besoin d'aspirine. I feel headache and I need aspirine. Aspirine. This is c'est ça le complément médecine. Where can we get aspirine? C'est à la pharmacie. Alors la réponse ça sera F. Voilà la question D. Il veut faire il y a l'aspirine, du jambon, boucle d'oreille. Il veut faire réparer sa voiture. He want to repair his car. Réparer. Where he should go? Let's go to the picture. He cannot go to the florist because it's flower. He cannot go to the poster. This is for sending letter. Commissariat. This is commissaire. Polices. So he has to go to the garage. So la réponse là-bas, ça sera B. La dernière question c'est je dois envoyer cette carte d'anniversaire. Je dois envoyer cette carte d'anniversaire. I have to send. Envoyer is to send. To send. I have to send this anniversary card. So where do we send? C'est ça. Let's go to le panneau. Est-ce qu'on peut envoyer la carte d'anniversaire au garage? Non. Au pharmacie, pas. Aux bibliothèques, non. Au commissariat, non. Les fleuristes, non. C'est à la poste. Alors, la réponse is post. Post is where we send cards, letters, and so on. So here the answer is going to be C. So we go and write C. Then let's see how to answer question number 3. So, the question number 3. Lisez le texte. Read the text. Pour chaque question, cochez la case qui correspond à la bonne réponse. Read the text. For each question, tick the corresponding answer in the space provided. You have to tick, not to write. Il faut cocher, mon cher. Il ne faut pas écrire. Here you have the space, the boxes here. You should not write a letter there. You have to tick. Ça va? Montre-la. Cocher. Cocher, c'est fait comme ça. Là, je coche. C'est ça. C'est ça, cocher. You should not write a letter like A, B. No, il faut cocher. Ça va? Okay. So in this question examine, it is examining first present tense. Present tense, mesdames et messieurs, present tense. Le temps présent est très important dans l'examen de français. Ça va? Okay. Also, it's synonyms and synonyms. This is the two things that are being tested here. The synonyms, like how can you use different way to refer the same thing? Like maybe if I want to tell someone, I love you in French. Someone can say je t'aime. Someone can say also je t'adore. You see? So all of us, adore, aimer, c'est les synonymes. So these are synonyms. So this is what is being used. So we have to read. We read one paragraph, then we go to the question. Mes parents ont acheté une nouvelle maison, alors maintenant j'habite en ville. Je suis hyper content car la maison est plus moderne. Depuis, j'ai ma propre chambre. Elle est immense et a une vue sur une petite rivière. Let's go to the question. The question is, who write this document is Louise. Louise est d'habiter en where Louise lives. Louise is live in town. The answer there we have elle est impatient, triste. If we go back to let's see. They say that mes parents ont acheté une nouvelle maison, alors maintenant j'habite en ville. Je suis hyper content. Hyper content. Hyper. Content is happy. Hyper. Happy is like being happy too much. So how can we, the synonym that we can use there? Let's go and see which synonym. Is it triste? Triste means sad. Impatient, impatient. Then heureux. Heureux is happy. Alors, la réponse là, c'est A. Nous allons cocher comme ça. Il ne faut pas écrire une lettre dans cette case, s'il te plaît. Il faut cocher. Question B. Louise pense que sa chambre est confortable. Louise thinks that his room is comfortable, grand, sale. Let's go to the question. We continue where we end. Car la maison est plus moderne. Depuis, j'ai ma propre chambre. Yeah. What is the synonym of propre? Propre means proper. What is the synonym? Let's go to the answer. The synonym of propre is grand. So la réponse est bas. Let's go. Si la mère de Louise pour les enfants. La mère de Louise pour les enfants. A. Fait des dessins, lit des romans, créer d'histoires. So we have to go to the text and find what Louise's mom do for kids. Elle est immense et une vit sur une petite rivière. We go to the second. Ma mère travaille à la maison. My mom works at home. Elle écrit des livres. Elle écrit pour des enfants. So, la mère de Louise écrit des livres pour les enfants. Let's go and find an answer. Fait dessin. Dessin is drawing. No, drawing. Read the romans. Read novels. No, because they say she is writing a novel, so she's not reading. Read means to read in present tense. So créer d'histoire, creating the story. Yes, écrire. When you are writing, you are creating a story. So la réponse c'est C. Then we go to the question D. La rue où habite Louise est the street. Rue where Louise lives is tranquille, brillante, polluée. Tranquille is calm. Yes. C'est ça, tranquille. Brillante, noisy. Pollué, pollution, polluted. So let's go to see how the street of Louise is. Elle a apprécié les conforts de son nouveau bureau. Here they don't talk about street. Nous habitons dans une petite rue calme. Oh là là. Alors la réponse, où il y a très peu de circulation. Oh voilà. Alors, we have to find the synonym of calme. If we get there, la synonyme est, la réponse c'est tranquille. Ça va? Alors, nous allons cocher A. Then we go to the question E. En face de chez Louise, il y a next or behind of Louise's home. There is chez. This one used to mention someone's home. J'habite chez moi. I live to my home. J'habite chez mon papa. I live to my daddy's house. Chez is used to mention someone's home or someone's thing. So, musée, park, gymnase. Where behind of Louis' house, there is what? We have to see what is next or what is behind to Louis' house. Let's go to the text. All answers should be from the text. Don't guess your own answer. Mon meilleur ami habite dans la même rue. En face de chez moi, il y a un grand jardin. There is a big garden. Jardin. Garden. So, let's go to see the synonym of jardin. The synonym jardin, il y a musée, museum, no. Garden, we know garden is about trees, flowers, and so on. Gymnase, non. Alors, la réponse, c'est le parc. So, c'est ça. F. Louise préfère les films. Louise préfère les films. Louise préfère les films. A. Fantastic. This is fantastic films. Those films that take your full attention. Like when you are watching, you get an emotions. It's like those actions happen to the main character are done to you. Together, so sometimes you feel well and so on. Oh, what will happen to this guy? This guy going to win this game, I don't know. You have an emotion of following the moves. C'est ça, les films fantastiques. Historic, these are films about history. Like now we just watch the films of First World War, Second World War. The films. Christians, they just watching a film of Jesus. You see? So that is the film historic. Amusant, this is a film that can make you to laugh. Amusant. Amusant is laughing. That you can laugh. C'est comme la comédie, etc. So let's see what film Louise prefer. What film? Let's go. Je vais souvent faire du sport avec mes amis. Samedi, nous allons au cinéma. J'aime beaucoup les comédies. C'est ça. La synonyme de comédie. I like more. I like more. J'aime beaucoup. Aimer et préférer. C'est le synonyme. Voilà. Let's go to the question. Les comédies. Les comédies, c'est pour rire. Pour rire. For you to laugh. So, is it fantastic? Les comédies? Non. It's not pas les fantastic. Because comedy is not about fantasy. That you have to be touched. No. Historic, no, comedy is not giving us a story. Amusant, making us laughing. Yes, c'est ça. Alors la réponse ça sera C. Voilà, je dois cocher C. Voilà, la dernière question c'est après le cinéma, after the cinema, Louise et ses amis vont quelque chose. A. Vont boire, vont manger, vous regardez. Alors, il faut aller dans le texte et trouver ce que Louise et ses amis font appeler le cinéma. Let's go to the text. Qui font appeler le cinéma. Appeler le cinéma, voilà. Appeler le film, c'est ça. Cinéma et le film, c'est le même. Nous allons parfois prendre un hamburger. Voilà. C'est la nourriture. Hamburger. C'est la nourriture. This is a food. Hamburger. Play du cinéma. So, after a film, we go to take a hamburger near to the what? The cinema. So, the hamburger it is a food. Yeah. Alors, est-ce qu'ils vont boire? Boire is to drink. Are they going to drink? We said that they are going to take what? Hamburger. So, do we drink hamburger? Pas correct, je ne sais pas. Est-ce que regarder is to watch? Do we watch hamburger? Did they go to watch hamburger? Non. So, la réponse c'est manger. To eat. Ils vont manger quelque chose. Ils vont manger hamburger. C'est ça. Alors, la réponse, ça sera B. C'est ça comment on répond la première question, la deuxième question et la troisième question de Igcse. Now, let's see how to answer the question number 4 in French reading Igcse paper. The question number 4 states that lisez le texte, répondez aux questions suivantes en français. Read the text, answer the following questions in French. Now, so as I said that to answer the question number 4, you have to start highlighting the key concept in the questions. So now let's go to the questions. For instance, for the question A, the key concept is quand, which means when. So the answer that when. When. The answer that we will be right here has to answer the question of when. Quand est-ce que Sophie a fait un stage? When Sophie do a stage. Okay? Question B, question B, the key concept is qui, which means who. Who. Qui a offert un petit job à Sophie? Who offered a job to Sophie? That is so the answer that we are going to write here should answer the question of qui, means a person. Okay? Another key concept in question C is à quelle heure? At what time les salons ouvrent? At what time the saloon was opened? So we need to write the time here. Maybe il était à 10 heures, il était à 5 heures, etc., etc. Alors, la réponse doit répondre la question de à quelle heure. Voilà. In question D, the key concept is quelles sont, what are, quelles est les tâches habituelles de Sophie? What are the norm activities for Sophie? Another one, in question E, the key concept is qu'est-ce qui? Who? Qui is who? Qu'est-ce qui plaît aux clients de Sophie? So, the answer that we have to give, la réponse qu'on doit donner ici, doit répondre la question de qu'est-ce qui? Ça va? Question F, c'est quelle nouvelle? This is the key concept. Quelle nouvelle responsabilité fait plaisir à Sophie? What are the new, nouvelle means new, new. What are the new responsibility? Fait plaisir à Sophie. Plaisir is pleasure. or like what are the new activities or what are the new responsibilities that make Sophie be pleasure. Okay. Another one in question G is où, where Sophie spends the lunch. Pause déjeuner. Where did Sophie spend the lunch? So in this question means that they need a place. H is qu'est-ce que, what is, qu'est-ce que, a thing. This is not a person. Qu'est-ce que Sophie n'aime pas faire? What Sophie doesn't like to do. A thing that Sophie doesn't like to do. That is what we have to give there. Pourquoi? Why? Pourquoi? Why? Why Sophie trouvait-elle ses journées fatigantes? Why Sophie find that that day was tired? Why? Qu'est-ce que Sophie va faire en septembre? Qu'est-ce que? What Sophie is going to do on September? Then let's see. K is quel est le rêve de Sophie pour l'avenir? What is an ambition or a dream of Sophie in the future? Okay. So after we identify the key concept in the question, then we have to go back to the text and read one paragraph. Then after reading one paragraph, we go to the question to save the time. Remember that this exam is being done for 1 hour together. So you read one paragraph, then you get back to the question. So let's start with the paragraph number 1. Il y a 3 mois. The title is Les salons de coiffeur. Coiffer from the verb coiffer. Coiffer. To shave, coiffer. Also to make hair for girls only, coiffer. We say also coiffer. So when I say je coiffe mes cheveux, like I'm shaving my hairs. Also for girls they can say je coiffe mes cheveux. You are making hair in a salon. That is coiffeur. So le salon de coiffeur, a salon of what? Of making hairs. Together? Then let's start reading. Il y a 3 mois, j'ai fait un stage dans le salon de coiffeur de mon quartier. À la fin de mon stage, la propriétaire du salon m'a demandé si j'aimerais venir travailler tous les samedis. Comme je cherchais un petit job, j'ai tout de suite accepté. So this is the first paragraph. So we go to the question. The first question is, quand est-ce que Sophie a fait un stage? When Sophie do un stage. Un stage like field. That's for teachers. Like you go to work while you are in studies. You didn't complete the studies, so you are. Yes, it's like yes, we say field. C'est ça un stage. You are there for learning together. Let's back to see when Sophie do her stage. Il y a 3 mois, j'ai fait un stage. So la réponse est il y a 3 mois. 3 months passed. So then the answer is il y a 3 mois. Let's go to the question and write the answer. So Sophie a fait un stage il y a 3 mois. Okay. Let's see question B. Qui a offert un petit job à Sophie? Who offered a small job to Sophie? So you have to go to the text to see who gave a job to Sophie. J'ai fait un stage dans le salon de coiffure de mon quartier. À la fin de mon stage, la propriétaire du salon m'a demandé si j'aimerais venir travailler tous les samedis. So, who gave a small job to Sophie is la propriétaire du salon. So, let's go back to the question and write an answer. The one who gave a work, then we say who. We need to try to pass, so say la propriétaire du salon. Oui, du salon. La propriétaire du salon, c'est lui qui a offert un petit job à Sophie. Voilà. Si, à quelle heure est-ce que le salon ouvre? At what time the salon being opened? So we have to go to the text and see what time they open the salon. J'aimerais venir travailler. Comme je cherchais un petit job, j'ai tout de suite accepté. Here we don't get any time, so we go to the second paragraph. Je commence à 9 heures à l'ouverture du salon. Yes. I start at 9 o'clock to open what? The salon. So, la réponse c'est à 9 heures. That is the time the salon being opened. So, we go to the question and write à 9 heures as our answer. Let's go. So, la réponse here is à 9 heures. At 9 o'clock. Then let's see D. Quelles sont les tâches habituelles de Sophie? What are the activities? Normal activities. Habituelles, c'est comme normal. Habituelles, c'est normal. Tâches is activities. What are the normal activities for Sophie? Give 2 details. So we go to the text and see the 2 activities, the 2 normal activities for Sophie. Je m'installais à comptoir pour accueillir les clientes et répondre au téléphone. So, the 2 activities that Sophie do is s'installer à comptoir pour accueillir les clientes et répondre au téléphone. That is the 2 activities. So we have to go back to the question and write these 2 details. So we say elle, Sophie, because they are feminine, we use elle. Elle s'installe. Elle s'installe au comptoir. Counting. Comptoir. Pour accueillir les clientes. Also, the second details pour répondre au téléphone. That's the 2 activities that Sophie do. Let's see question E. Qu'est-ce qui plaît aux clientes de Sophie? Qu'est-ce qui plaît aux clientes? We have to see what thing Sophia's client likes from her. Okay? Yes. Let's go back to the text. Il y a beaucoup de clientes le samedi. Elles sont toujours contentes quand je me souviens de leur nom. So, there is many clients on Saturday. They are always content, happy. Quand je me souviens de leur nom. So they are always happy when he is se souvenir following their what? Their names. So let's go. So the answer is elles sont contentes car elle se souvient de leur nom. That is, elle se souvient de leur nom. That is the answer. So we have to go there. Qu'est-ce qui le plaît aux clientes? C'est quand elle se souvient. Yes. Elle se souvient de leur nom, de leur. He do remember their names, de leur nom. So like recognizing them. Oh, are you Asha? Welcome. Oh, Asha, welcome. Today you have. Oh, Anna, welcome. That is just identify their names. So the client feel like, oh, we are very valued here because Sophie knows us. Okay. So that is, they feel proud of it. So let's see question D. Quelle nouvelle responsabilité fait plaisir à Sophie? What the new responsibility that Sophie feel pleasure to do? What is the new responsibility? Let's go to the text and see what is the new responsibility Sophie feel proud to do. J'ai déjà beaucoup appris depuis que j'ai commencé ce job. Alors maintenant, les coiffeuses me laissent parfois laver des cheveux. J'adore cette responsabilité quand je me sens vraiment utile. So, alors maintenant, les coiffeuses me laissent parfois laver. So, j'ai déjà beaucoup. I have learned since I started this job. So now those also who help him to make hairs, they leave her and sometimes washing the hairs of the clients. So and Sophie says, I adore that responsibility because I feel proud. It will. So what the answer is laver les cheveux des clients. So the responsibility that Sophie feel proud to do is to wash the hairs of the clients. Together, so let's go and write our answer there. Laver les cheveux des clientes. Une responsabilité, c'est so we say, quelle est, c'est la responsabilité de laver, to wash les cheveux des clientes. Oui, les cheveux des clientes. G. Où Sophie passe-t-elle la pause déjeuner? So we have to go in the text and see where Sophie take her break. Let's go to the text to see a place that Sophie used to take break. So we are ended here. À l'heure de déjeuner, je ne rentre pas chez moi car je préfère rester dans la petite cuisine de salon. So at lunchtime, je ne rentre pas chez moi. I'm not going to my home because I prefer to stay in the small what? Dans la petite cuisine du salon. In the small kitchen which is in our salon. So this is the place where Sophie used to to spend during la pause déjeuner. So nous say c'est dans la petite, in the small, dans la petite cuisine. Cuisine de salon. Let's see H. H is qu'est-ce que Sophie n'aime pas faire? What Sophie doesn't like to do. So we have to go to the text, see what Sophie doesn't like to do. Let's go back to the text and see what she don't like to do. L'après-midi, j'ai fait la même chose, mais ce que je déteste, c'est-à-dire n'aime pas, don't like, vraiment, c'est quand c'est mon tour de nettoyer le salon. C'est ça. So what she don't like is to clean the salon. And she say il y a pas, why? Il y a toujours, because there is hairs everywhere. Le travail est assez fatigant car je suis souvent debout. So, and I find by cleaning the salon and find the hairs everywhere, the work is enough tired. It gets someone being tired. So Sophie is tired of get tired of that work. Je suis souvent because she is also what? A beginner. Okay, let's go and write our answer. Say nettoyer le salon. So the what you done is to clean. Nettoyer. It is to clean. Nettoyer le salon. Pourquoi Sophie trouvait-elle ces journées fatigantes? Why Sophie find that day is tired. The day that she cleaned the salon is very tired. She gets so tired. Why? Let's go to see the reason. Le travail est assez fatigant car je suis souvent debout. That's the reason. Elle est souvent debout. She is always standing. Debout. Debout is to stand. So like, you know, when you are making an hair, you cannot stand. You cannot sit. You always stand for making hairs. The day that she spent in a salon, she get tired because all the time she has to stand and take care of clients' hairs. That is the reason. Elle est souvent debout. So there is right an answer there. The reason is elle est souvent debout. Debout is to stand. Then, qu'est-ce que Sophie va faire en septembre? What Sophie is going to do in September? Va faire, c'est futur proche. Qu'est-ce que Sophie va faire en septembre? Let's see what I think that Sophie is going to do on September. Let's go to the text. En septembre. Oh, we ended here. Je suis vraiment contente d'avoir trouvé cet emploi et je sais maintenant quel métier m'intéresse. En septembre, je vais changer lycée pour préparer un bac professionnel. So, en septembre, elle va changer de lycée pour préparer un bac professionnel. Bac is she's going to get prepared for the what? A diploma of what? A professional diploma. Okay? C'est baccalauréat. So je vais changer. Elle va changer le lycée. So our answer is going. Elle va changer le lycée pour préparer un bac professionnel. Let's go and write our answer there. La réponse c'est elle va changer le lycée. Elle va changer le lycée pour un bac professionnel. Quel est le rêve de Sophie pour l'avenir? What is a dream for Sophie in her future? Okay, let's go in the text and find what is her dream. Let's go to the text. Ma formation durera environ 4 ans. My profession will take 4 years avec 3 jours de cours au lycée et des jours dans un salon de coiffure. Mon ambition, ambition, rêve c'est le même. Ambition and rêve is the same because rêve is a dream, ambition, yes. Mon ambition est pouvoir un jour ouvrir mon propre salon. So she wish like one day to have her own salon. Elle voudrait pouvoir un jour ouvrir. Then let's see how to answer the question number 5. Let's see how to answer the question number 5 in French IGCSE reading paper. It is easy. How do we do this question? The first thing they say, lisez les affirmations A, et, puis les 8 descriptions. Alors, dans cette question, nous avons les 5 affirmations et puis nous avons les 8 descriptions. Alors, ce que tu dois faire là-bas, c'est montrer la relation entre c'est faire la relation entre les affirmations et les descriptions. Vous allez montrer la relation entre les 5 affirmations et les 8 descriptions. So you are going to show the relationship between the 5 affirmation and 8 descriptions. So you will have 5 affirmations that you have to relate with 8 descriptions. A, which is Thierry. So now where the affirmation coming from? Say cherche terrain de campagne, to find a place for doing camping. So is the affirmation where coming from. So so these affirmations talking about are talking about the place to do camp. So let's start with Thierry. Thierry dit: pour mes vacances en octobre, je vais un petit camping rural simple. J'adore faire des promenades dans l'air pur de la campagne et acheter des produits frais chez les fermiers. So if we highlight the main hints to Thierry, octobre, vais faire la camping en octobre. That's the first thing that we have to consider. Also, au rural, Nilolo, the area. Another one is il adore promenade. He likes what? Walking, promenade. That is the thing that we have to consider. Also, he wants to buy the fresh fruits. Fresh fruits or products. Yes, products from farmers. So when we are going to the descriptions, you have to get the text that will offer him all his wishes. Together, now let's go and see which description correspond to Thierry. Notre immense camping offre un grand choix d'hébergement vous pouvez réserver un grand emplacement ombragé pour votre tente ou louer une caravane ou un chalet. Tout confort. Nous sommes ouverts depuis juillet. So this text is not corresponding to Thierry because it is going to be done on June, but to September. But Thierry wants October. So this is not. Then we go to the 2. Dans notre comté, village de tente proche du bord de la mer, vous aurez un accès direct à notre plage privée où vous pourrez vous faire bronzer au soleil. Des soirées thèmes sont proposées tous les week-ends. No, this also number 2 is not corresponding to TL because TL this text talking about the beach. So dans notre simple village de tente proche du bord de la mer. Yeah, about mer is an ocean together. So Thierry is not like to go to the ocean. Vous aurez un accès direct de notre plage. Just a plage is a beach. So it's just Thierry doesn't want to go to the beach. So this text is not corresponding to Thierry. This description is not for Thierry. Let's go to the 3. Dans notre camping, yes, we see that Thierry also want to do camping. Situé dans un forêt, yes. Pas besoin d'apporter votre matériel car vous pouvez tout louer sur les places. Nos chalets et en bois et caravanes récemment rénovés pour assureront un séjour que vous n'oubliez pas, ouverte toute l'année. It's dans un forêt. So it is we know that the forest is in the village, ouverte toute l'année. So the whole year, so also Thierry can be among. Maybe this could be the answer, but let's try to look for others. Let's go description number 4. Ces petites camping de 10 emplacements vous offrirez calme et le pont. Des randonnées en pied ou à vélo dans les champs et les forêts sont très appréciés par les campeurs. Possibilité d'acheter des fruits et des légumes dans les fermes. Ces petites campings de 10 emplacements vous offriront calme et repos. Des randonnées à pied, yes, this was Thierry wanted to do promenade, ou à vélo, dans les champs, yes, in the village, et les forêts sont très appréciés par les campeurs. Possibilité d'acheter des fruits et des légumes dans les fermes. I think this text is for Thierry. So, if we look, let's try to look for others. So do not be sure that it is correct. You have to look for others. Notre campagne de 6 chalets est conçue pour les personnes à mobilité. No, Thierry is not a mobilité réduite. Those who cannot walk, no. He say he can walk. That's why he wants to a place to walk. Notre campagne est idéale pour les familles. No, Thierry is not a family. Let's see number 7. Notre grand camping maintenant de haute gomme est situé près d'un grand lac et vous pouvez faire une variété de sports nautiques. That's why, no, this is not because he likes to buy fruits and products from the farmers. Si vous avez du mal à vous déplacer, if you have a problem of moving, so Thierry doesn't have a problem de déplacer. So let's go back to number 8 and number 3 or number 4. There we can get an answer. Dans notre campagne située dans un forêt, pas besoin d'apporter votre matériel car vous pouvez tout louer sur la place. Nos chalets ont besoin et caravanes récemment rénovées assureront un séjour que n'oubliez pas, ouverte toute l'année. This is it can be an answer for Thierry, but it lacks one thing, a place for walking. It doesn't have the place for walking, so automatically this is not. So then our correct answer is 4. So we go and write number 4 to Thierry here. Numéro 4. Then we go to B. For Colette. Colette dit, j'aime mon confort. I like my comfort. Alors, pas de tente pour moi. So she wants to go to the camp, but she just wants a comfort area. She don't need a tent. Comme ma famille veut faire du camping début mai, je cherche. Oh, so she wants also a place that can accommodate a family on May, but also she is going to do on May. Je cherche un terrain où on peut aussi louer des chalets confortables, where they can rent chalet. Louer is to rent, where they can rent the chalet comfortable. Okay, so what we can highlight there from Colette is elle aime le comfort area. Another thing also, elle a la famille, she has a family. Also she want to do a vacation May. Also on peut aussi louer des chalets confort. Also chalet confortable. So if we get back to the descriptions, let's go to the description and see what could be the correct answer. So there we use it. Now we said number 1. Notre immense camping offre un grand choix d'hébergement. Vous pouvez réserver un grand emplacement obligé pour votre tente ou louer une caravane ou un chalet tout confort. Nous sommes ouverts des jouets. No, this is not correct for Colette because Colette wants to do the vacation on May. At May. Then number 2. Dans notre somptueux village de tentes proche du bord de mer, vous aurez un accès direct à notre plage privée où vous pourrez vous faire bronzer au soleil. Des soirs thèmes sont proposés tous les week-ends. No, this is for the weekend only. But Colette wanted to do the vacation on May. Just need on May. She didn't specify that she needs a weekends of May. It's just say on May. So it's all days of May. So this is not correct answer. Let's see number 3. Dans notre camping situé dans un forêt, yes. Pas besoin d'apporter votre matériel, yes. Car vous pouvez tout louer sur l'espace. Nos chalets ont besoin et calvanes rénovés pour assurer un séjour que vous n'oubliez pas, ouvert toute l'année. This can be also for Colette because it is toute l'année. Also, no need of carrying things. You can rent there. So, because she has a family, she can rent. Maybe this could be an answer. Let's see other. Notre camping de 6 chalets est conçu pour les personnes. No. Colette doesn't say that her family or he or her also has a problem of walking. Notre camping est idéal pour les familles, yes. Nos emplacements pour tentes sont sociaux et clôturés. Pour occuper vos enfants, nous offrons un mini club qui propose des animations et des jeux tous les jours. Notre piscine chauffée est ouverte en été, on the summer. So on the summer starts on a test from June. So this is not for Colette. It's from June, but Colette said on May. So let's see number 7 and 8 to get an answer. Notre grand camping montagne en haute gamme est situé près d'un grand lac où vous pouvez faire une variété de sports nautiques. Notre grand camping montagne de haute gamme est situé près d'un lac où vous pouvez faire une variété de sports nautiques. Les soirs de karaoke, no, she said she likes comfort. So you know karaoke includes many people, so you just need the comfort. Being alone. Si vous avez du mal à vous, no, this one is not. So let's go back to the question. We said to the number 3 that we proposed that it it could be an answer, and read it again and see if it is correct or not. Dans notre campagne située dans un forêt, pas besoin d'apporter votre matériel, car vous pouvez tout louer sur la place. Non chalet. Oh, this one is correct for Colette. So, why do we say it is correct? Because all the needs of Colette, find it from the text. So let's go and write number 3. Number 3 for Colette. We write number 3. Let's see Sylvie. J'ai besoin de camping qui a des emplacements pour grande tente. The place that has first very big tents. Ainsi que des activités pour les jeunes enfants. Also, the place should have the activities for kids. Mes filles adorent la natation. So, the activities should be swimming et les jeux d'équipe and games that can keep kids busy. So, we have to go and look for that place. The first thing is access of big tents, access of big tents. That's the first thing we have to consider. The second is place should allow kids, should have games for kids. That's the third thing we have to observe. Also, the place should have swimming. Let's go to see what is the correct answer. There we have to exclude number 4 and number 3. So, number 1, notre immense camping offre un grand hébergement. Vous pouvez réserver un grand votre tente à louer un caravane ou chalet, tout confort. Nous sommes ouverts de notre immense camp offre un grand choix d'hébergement. Vous pouvez, no swimming, no place for families, so this is not correct. Dans notre spontané village de tentes, proche des bords de mer, vous aurez un accès direct à notre plage privée où vous pourrez vous plonger sur les heures. No, this one also is not for her because this is not for Sylvie because games for kids. Also, in the text they didn't show that they just take care of kids or games for kids. No, so this is not correct. This is not correct. Let's go to the other. Notre camping de 6 chalets est conçu pour les personnes à mobilité. No, Sylvie doesn't say that her family has a mobility problem. So this is not. Notre camping est idéal pour les familles. Yes, for families. There we can get. Here we put a tick. It is for families. Ne emplacement pour des tentes. Yes, also a big tent. Côté pour occuper vos petits. Also there is a mini club for animation and game. Notre piscine. Also there is a beach. So number 6 is for Sylvie. So we go and write number 6. We go to D. Samuel. Pour nos vacances début en octobre. J'aimerais louer un chalet dans un camping de 5 étoiles dans les montagnes, un grand choix d'activités aquatiques et d'animation en soirée essentielle. For our vacation on October, I would like to rent a chalet in a 5-star place in the mountain. So this is for VIP. So she's just looking, somewhere looking for VVIP place. 5 étoiles, 5 stars places. Un grand choix des activités aquatiques and animations. So aquatic, the place should have aquatic and animations. Let's go to the descriptions and find an answer. Then we start number 1. Notre immense camping offre un grand héberge. Vous pouvez réserver un grand emplacement pour tente louer. Non, She just need 5 étoiles. So 5 étoiles, you cannot get it in the tense. So this is not automatically correct. This is not automatically for him. Dans notre spontané virage, nos détente du bord de mer, vous aurez un accès direct de notre plage privée où vous pouvez faire bronzer un soleil. Soirées thèmes sont proposés tous les week-ends. Non, this is not. 5 étoiles pas trouvées dans les tentes. So we exclude number 1 and number 2. Let's go. Then if we see number 5, notre camping de 6 chalets est conçu pour les personnes à mobilité. No, Samuel doesn't have the mobility problem, so we exclude it. This has used it, so we exclude. Notre grand camping montagne. Yes, also she need in the mountain. De haute gamme est situé près d'un grand lac où vous pouvez faire une variété de sports nautiques. Les soirs de karaoké et les spectacles musicaux sont offerts gratuitement, ouverts toute l'année. Ok. Et c'est number 6. Number 8. Si vous avez du mal à déplacer, no, this is not for Samuel. So the correct answer then is number 7. So we have to cross number 7 and go write it there. Let's go to the questions. D, then we write number 7. Now, the last affirmation is Liliane. Je marche avec une canne. I walk with cane. In canne, those sticks that the elders use it to walk. Pour mes vacances, fini septembre, je voudrais un camping tout facilement accessible, hébergement, tout confort près de la piscine serait parfaite. So, je marche avec une canne. So he has a mobility. So what we can say, she has a mobility problem. Mobility problem. That's the first thing you can know there. Also, she wants to do a vacation in September. Je voudrais un camping tout facilement accessible. I want a camping where it is easily accessible. It is easy to access. In hébergement, tout confort. The hébergement, like the grasses, tout confort près de la piscine. Also, the place should have what? Beach, piscine. Serait parfaite. Let's go to the descriptions and see what description fits for Liliane. Number 1. Notre immense camping offre un grand choix d'hébergement. Vous pouvez réserver un grand emplacement obligé pour votre tente. Louer une caravane ou un chalet tout confort. Nous sommes ouverts depuis. This is not for Liliane because it doesn't have a place for those who cannot work alone. So this place doesn't support that. Dans notre village de tente proche des bords de mer, vous aurez un accès direct à notre plage privée où vous pourrez faire bronzer le soleil. This is also the same. Doesn't accommodate for handicapped people. Okay, number 5. Notre camping de 6 chalets est conçu pour les personnes à mobilité réduite. Yes, this is qui aime nager. Also, it has a swim like Liliane proposed. So this one, this one correct. Situé à proximité de toute installation, ces chalets vous offrent un maximum de confort ouvert de juillet de septembre. And Liliane said that when September, also she wants to do her vacation September. So number 5 is the correct answer for Liliane. So we go and write number 5 to the affirmation of Liliane. So, number 5. Make sure that all answers are from the text. Together? Now, let's go. Let's see how it is. Simple. Let's go to the question and start highlighting or underlining the key concept that we have to observe when we are answering the questions. Here, quelle activité sportive faisait-il le jeudi? So when we will be answering this question, we have to sort down what activity, what sport, together, sport activity that Mario did jeudi matin. So what sport activity is a type? So here we have to do a type of sport activity. So we have to put a sport activity that done by Mario. Then you hear B. Pourquoi Marion s'est-il inscrit dans un club de sport? Why? We have to get a reason or reason. La raison. La raison de pourquoi Marion est inscrit dans un club de sport. Or yes, why Marion joined or signed in a sport club. Why? You have to need to get a reason. Also see, pourquoi Mario ne pouvait-il pas toujours participer aux conversations? Also, we need to get a reason why. This means why also. We need to get a reason. So why we give reason. A reason why Mario was not able to participate in different conversations. Why Mario was not able. Let's go to D. And comment, so comment, this is the key hint. Comment les amis de Mario ont-ils réagi? How the friend of Mario reacted. How the friend of Mario reacted when quand il leur dit ce qu'il avait décidé. How the friend of Mario reacted after when he told them his reaction. So we will see what reaction he did and how his friends reacted on his action. So we have to get 2 reasons. E, then, pour quelle raison? For what reasons? For what reasons Mario chose the marathon of Paris? Why do Mario choose the marathon of Paris? We have to give the reason, the 2 reasons why he didn't choose another one. So all answers we will get them from the text. F, qu'est-ce qui est important quand on fait un marathon? So we have what is important when we are doing a marathon. What is important? La suivante c'est qui? Qui Mario ne voulait pas décevoir? Who Mario doesn't want to see. So we have to identify in person. Who in person. In person. So we have to make a person who Mario doesn't want to deceive. Why? H, qu'est-ce que the key hint is qu'est-ce que Marion a fait juste avant d'aller au champ hérésie? What Marion did? What thing? What thing? What thing? Qu'est-ce que? Qu'est-ce qui? What person? Qu'est-ce que? What thing? What thing? Because que is a relative pronoun. So relative pronoun. Le pronom relatif. So we need which stands for thing. Que. While qui is a relative pronoun stands for people or person. So because we have been asked qu'est-ce que, what thing Mario did before going to the Champs-Élysées. Champs-Élysées, this is a place found in France. It's a touristic attraction in France. Champs-Élysées, very interesting. Let's go to the last one. I. Quelle émotion? So we have to identify the emotion. Quelle émotion Marion a-t-il ressenti en passant la ligne d'arrivée? What emotion Marion a ressenti en passant by spending the line of arrivée? When you are learning, so when you are learning, there is a line of finishing. C'est ça on dit en passant la ligne en passant. There is a line of finishing a route. That is one. C'est ça on dit en passant la ligne. That's show that this is the last of marathon or the last of learning. This is the last point. That is we say la ligne d'arrivée. C'est ça, la ligne d'arrivée. La ligne d'arrivée. When you are running, there is a line that when you get there, it's the end of marathon or it's the end of running there. So after we identify the question, let's go to the text. The title of the text is Première Marathon. Le premier marathon. The first marathon. That's the title of the text. Let's read together. Marion, 18 ans, vient de finir son premier marathon. Il nous explique son parcours pour y arriver. J'ai toujours aimé le sport et j'attendais toujours les cours de EPS avec impatience, dit-il. Le jeudi matin, nous allions au stade pour faire de l'athlétisme. C'est comme ça que j'ai découvert la course à pied. Comme je voulais passer plus de temps en courir, je me suis inscrit à un club sportif. That's our first paragraph. So let's go to the question. I said you read one paragraph after another. Quelle activité sportive faisait-il le jeudi? What sport activity Mario did on jeudi? The days of the week, lundi, mardi, mercredi, vendredi. Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. C'est ça? So the days of the week. So jeudi is Thursday. So let's go and see what Mario did on Thursday. Let's go to the first paragraph. Mario, 18 ans, vient de finir son premier marathon. Il nous explique son parcours pour y arriver. J'ai toujours aimé le sport et j'attendais toujours les cours EPS avec impatience. Le jeudi matin, nous allions au stade pour faire l'athlétisme. So, the answer then we said, le jeudi matin, Thursday morning, nous allions au stade pour faire de l'athlétisme. So, this is the sport activities that Mario did on Thursday morning. So, we take this one and go to write it in a space provided. Let's go to the question A and write this answer. Il allait au stade faire de l'athlétisme. Athlétisme. Pour faire. So, l'activité que Marion a fait le jeudi matin, il allait au stade pour faire de l'athlétisme. Okay? So it is imperfect because also the answer was in imperfect. So we have to maintain the same tense. Then number B is pourquoi Marion se sont-ils inscrits dans un club? Why Mario decided to sign in a sport club. Why? Let's go to the text and find an answer. C'est comme ça que j'ai découvert la course en pied. Comme je voulais passer tout le temps à courir, je me suis inscrit à un club. So, that's the reason. Il voulait passer plus de temps à courir. He wants to spend many times practice about how to run. Yeah, so let's go and write this answer. Il voulait. So la réponse is il voulait passer. Il voulait passer plus de temps. Then, si, pourquoi Mario ne pouvait-il pas toujours participer aux conversations? Why Mario doesn't want to participate in the conversation? Let's go to the text and find an answer. So we have to continue where we ended reading. So we ended here. Here. Okay, so we go to the second paragraph because the first paragraph is finished. Dans ce club, Mario est devenu ami avec 3 autres coureurs qui aimaient parler des marathons qu'il faisait régulièrement. After getting to the club, he gets friends. The 3 of them were they like running like him, and always they spend their time talking about or discussing about marathons. Mario l'écoutait avec intérêt. Mario used to listen them. He is interested with the discussion, mais n'avait jamais fait de marathon. Despite Mario doesn't even ever do marathon. Il se sentait parfois excité des conversations. So she just think that he is excluded in that conversation because he didn't do a marathon before. Après une course régionale, j'ai annoncé que j'avais décidé de faire mon premier marathon. After une course régionale, a regional marathon, I announced it and I decided to do my first marathon. Mes amis ont applaudi. My friends applaudi is clapping. So his friends clapped to him et ils ont tout de suite offert leur aide. And also they just give him a support, an aid. Explicateur, he explained. So the question, our question was, pourquoi Mario ne pouvait-il pas toujours participer aux conversations? Why he was not participate in the conversation? Because dans un club, Mario est devenu avec 3 autres coureurs qui aimaient parler des marathons qu'il faisait régulièrement. Mario l'écoutait avec intérêt, mais n'avait jamais fait de marathon. Il se sentait parfois inscrit des conversations. So the only reason was that Mario didn't do marathon before. So il n'avait jamais fait de marathon. That is the answer. So this one. Il n'a jamais fait de marathon. Let's go and write the answer. So the only reason is il n'avait jamais fait de marathon. That's the only reason that made him be silent. He doesn't have anything to say because he ever do marathon before. Then dit, comment les amis de Marion ont-ils réagi quand il a dit ce qu'il avait décidé? How his friends reacted after they knew that he decided to do marathon. Let's go to the text and find an answer. Il se sentait parfois insulté. Après une course régionale, j'ai annoncé que j'avais décidé de faire mon premier marathon. Mes amis ont un produit et ils ont tout de suite offert lui aider. So they said two things. So the first thing, they clapped for him. Good work, yes, good decisions. That's what they say. So we have to take, the first reason is, ils ont applaudi, and the second reason is, ils ont tout de suite offert leur aide. Let's go to the question and write our answer. Ils ont applaudi, ils ont applaudi. That's the first thing. The second thing is, ils ont aussi tout de suite offert leur aide. They helped him. Let's see number E. Pour quelle raison Marion a-t-il choisi le marathon de Paris? For what reasons made Mario to choose a marathon of Paris? For which reasons made him? Let's go to the text and find the two reasons that made Mario to choose a marathon. So we ended here, so we have to go to the next part. Comme Mario habitait dans la région parisienne, because Mario lived in Paris region, il a décidé de faire le marathon. He decided to do marathon de Paris en avril. Une autre raison pour son choix, another reason for that choice, c'est que le parcours serait enterré de plans. Peu de temps après son inscription, il a commencé à faire 3 sorties par semaine. Il a alors réalisé que ce qui comptait maintenant, ce n'est pas la vitesse, mais pouvoir courir sans impulser trop rapidement. Il a donc commencé à courir plus lentement et plus longtemps. Pendant 5 mois, je me suis entraîné régulièrement, parfois sous la pluie, parfois sous la neige, car je doutais de moi. Je pensais à la déception de ma famille si j'abonnais, soupire-t-il. The question is, pour quelle raison Marion a-t-il choisi le marathon de Paris? Why Mario chose the marathon of Paris? Let's go to the text and find an answer. Comme Mario habitait dans la région parisienne, il a décidé de faire le marathon de Paris en avril. So the reason is because Mario lived in what? In Paris. In a Paris region. So he decided to do a Paris marathon. That's the first reason. Another reason for his choice, c'est que le parcours serait enterré plein. Okay? Yes. So this is the two reasons. This one, question number E. The first reason is il habitait dans la région parisienne. That's the only reason. That's the first reason. The second reason is et aussi le parcours serait entre plan. That's the two reasons. Then F, qu'est-ce qui est important quand on fait un marathon? What is important when we are doing a marathon? Let's go to the text and see what is the answer. What is important? Let's go to the text. Peu de temps après son inscription, il a commencé à faire 3 sorties par semaine. Il a alors réalisé que ce qui comptait maintenant which is matters now, ce n'est pas la vitesse, it's not a speed, mais pouvoir courir sans épuiser trop rapide. So this is the reason. So the only reason when you are doing marathon is not only running with a speed, but the main thing that we have to consider is pouvoir courir, to be able to run without getting tired, like having a pace, okay, of finishing all the routes. Okay, maybe you are doing 10 kilometers. So the matter is not that the speed that you have. Make sure that the speed that you have can complete the 10 kilometers, because this is a marathon. Together? So that's the reason. Selon la text. Me, I just explain according to the text. So, c'est pouvoir courir sans épuiser trop rapide. So, it's the only reason is pouvoir be able to run without some s'épuiser, ça épuiser trop rapidement. Then, qui Mario ne voulait pas décevoir? What Mario doesn't want to deceive? What thing? What thing or what person? Okay, let's go to the text to see what Mario doesn't want to deceive. To deceive is that just letting down. It's a deceiving. Yes. Décevoir, you let down. Okay, disappointment. Yes, yes. I just get the it's correct English. To disappoint someone. Together. Yes. For instance, me here, I'm just helping for you to be able to do an Igcse. So if you will not listen carefully the videos and repeat it and understand what you are supposed to do in this Igcse reading paper, you are deceiving me. You are disappointing me. Together, yes. But keep it up, champion. Let's continue. Il a donc commencé à courir plus lentement et plus longtemps. Pendant 5 mois, je me suis entraîné régulièrement, parfois sous la pluie, parfois sous la neige. Car j'ai douté de moi, j'ai pensé à la déception de ma famille si j'abandonnais. So, la déception de Mario est la famille. C'est sa famille. So we go there and write the answer. He didn't want to let down his family. So what thing is sa famille? We go to the question H. Qu'est-ce que Marion a fait juste avant d'aller au Champs-Élysées? What thing Mario did before going to the Champs-Élysées? Champs-Élysées, I say it is a touristic attraction in France. Very amazing. I say very amazing because I used it to live in Paris. Like 10 years. Okay? Yes. So let's go back to the answer and find what thing Mario did before going to Champs-Élysées. So we ended here, so we have to continue there. Le jour J, et enfant arrive. Après avoir pris un petit déjeuner nutritif, Marion est allée sur un Champs-Élysées qui était noir de monde. Le marathon a commencé et Marion a vite adopté son rythme idéal. Sa fatigue augmentait au fil des kilomètres, mais il persévérait, encouragé par les applaudissements de la foule. C'est avec beaucoup de fierté et les jambes tremblantes qu'il a passé la ligne d'arrivée et fini son premier marathon. The day of J is his chance was coming. Après avoir pris un petit déjeuner nourritif, after taking the breakfast, nourritif is nourriture, qui a la nourriture. Mario est allé sur he went to Champs-Élysées, which was qui était noir de monde. Le marathon a commencé. So here, the only reason is après avoir pris un petit nourritif. So, après avoir pris un petit nourritif, Marion est allé au Champs-Élysées. So the answer is après avoir pris un petit déjeuner nutritif. So we go and write the answer. This sentence is infinitive passé, après avoir fini. Let's go to the questions and write an answer. Après avoir pris un petit déjeuner nutritif. The last question in our idea is: quelle émotion Marion a-t-il ressenti en pensant la ligne? What emotions Marion had when he was finishing his route? What emotions he had? We have to go to the question. Marion est allé sur les Champs-Élysées. Le marathon a commencé. Marion a vite adopté. Let's go to the text and see what is the answer. Now we ended here. Le marathon a commencé et Marion a vite adopté rythme idéal. Sa fatigue augmentait au fil des kilomètres, mais il persévérait. Encouragé par les applaudissements de la foule, c'est avec beaucoup de fierté et les jambes tremblantes qu'il a passé la ligne d'arrivée et fini son premier marathon. So what feelings he had? Marion a vite adopté son rythme idéal. Sa fatigue augmentait au fil des kilomètres, mais il persévérait, encouragé par l'applaudissement de la foule. C'est avec beaucoup de fierté, c'est ça l'émotion, fierté is proud, les jambes tremblantes. So the feelings that he had is il ressentait beaucoup de fierté et les jambes tremblantes qu'il a passé. Yes. So let's go there and write the answer. Il se ressentait beaucoup de fierté. C'est ça la fin de l'examen de Igcse. This was the May-June exam. So that is how us we do May-June 2025 exam. As you know that French exams has variants. So let me see, this one was variant 23. So we have variant, this was variant 2. So last class we did May, June reading paper variant 1, and today we did May, June variant 2, the reading paper May, June variant 2. So essayez de faire des papiers pour bien comprendre comment on répond à l'examen de Igcse. Et aussi, you can come to Adamside to get a full help, one help. There you will get a full help in French avec moi, votre prof, toujours de français, Joachim. Merci beaucoup et au revoir.